We're going to have a little fun thinking about body language, thinking about presenting, think about all the things that we've learned as we go through here. And we'll continue to stack up learnings. Now, I went into YouTube, typed in greatest speech ever. This is what came up. Now, I haven't watched it yet, but I saw the thumbnail. It's from a movie. It's kind of a joke movie, like a comedy with Owen Wilson, I think it is. And let's go through and let's review from the body language, from the presenting perspective, if this is the greatest speech ever. So here we go. Let's go watch the greatest speech ever.
Hey, how are you? First of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come talk to you on Career Day. Now, I am not Mr. Carl Peterson, and I don't have a career per se.
All right, so he came right in. We don't know what the speech is about. We might watch the whole thing later, but I love the fact of coming in and just like kind of owning the room. I know there's a room of, I don't know how old the kids are in elementary school, but he walked in there. He seemed comfortable. He seemed loose. I know it's a movie, but he went right in there. Thank you for having me today. Kind of like got to his position, didn't say, oh, I got time to set up. No, kind of went in, kind of took control in a good way. And then as he went through there, he said, I am not Mr. Carl Peterson. And he kind of, in my speeches, the way I speak, I like say, let it breathe. You got to slow it down. You got to have the pace up and down. And then where are his hands? Are his hands up here? Are they down here? No, they're in that good little spot there, little happy zone right here. That's what we want. So doing well so far. Let's see how the speech evolves. This is like bring your dad to work day kind of thing.
I guess you could say my career is living and loving, and I do that to the utmost. She coming? Keep going? Okay.
All right, so I haven't watched this movie in a long while. I do remember it a little bit now, but it seems like he wasn't ready to speak. This wasn't his speech. So what is he doing? Little bump in the road? Is he letting it really throw him off? No. We're going to be open. We're going to be honest. We're going to be fluid. We're going to talk it out. So he's speaking more from the heart. He's not looking through the cards. So, okay, we can take from that in speeches. You got to be able to, you might have tech issues. You might have whatever issues. You might have, somebody that's working with you not show up. Whatever it is, you're going to roll on. The show must go on. He's doing great. I like his body language. I like the emphasis that he's leading through. He can do a little bit better, but let's see how it goes.
I see all you fresh-faced kidlets sitting there in your neat little rows, and you're all just pods waiting for your instructions. Now, some of you are going to get zapped right away and be 15-year-old prodigies, little midget Olympic gymnasts with their pictures on cereal boxes. Some of you will go on to college and you'll find your rhythm there and then go chase down the titans of industry.
So he's doing great so far. What's the word he's always using? You, right? He's at a career, like a career day thingy, and he's saying you, and he's isolating little bitty groups. And then he's doing a little bit of pacing difference where he's keeping his hands here. He's doing one hand down, which is nothing wrong there, but there's a uniformity to his movements. It's nice and fluid. It's not erratic, but he'll use strategically, boom, when he wanted to bring it up a little bit. He's going to use his hands to emphasize, and it kind of adds to the drama of what he's speaking. So might be the greatest speech ever. Who knows?
Or maybe straighten out our problems at the UN. But some of you, and this is the group that no one ever comes into Career Day and addresses, and it's criminal.
Yet again, he's bringing it up and he's emphasizing. Very important to use it. Like whether it's planned or unplanned, you want your actions to match like what you're trying to emphasize and the story. If they're not matching, then obviously people are going to get confused and they're going to zone out. That's what you don't want.
Some of you are just going to float along, eating spicy foods, humming black people's music into your 30s, well into your 30s, languishing. This group of pods is going to do a lot of languishing, and you're going to take some heat for it.
He's letting it breathe. And remember when he said like certain number of you, he used his hands together. Ooh, they went out. The bigger makes it like more relaxed as he uses his hands there. And a lot of times if you're thinking when you're trying to, like Scott said, use my hands, keep them in the middle, it's not going to be as fluid. It's just like let things flow through you is what I'm trying to get at with the presentations. And then he's doing a great job with his pacing up and down and up and down. It's kind of like leading him through there. As you start having your pacing through a presentation, the audience will become used to it and follow through it, and they'll start to expect it. do doom, do doom, do doom, do doom, do doom. And you can do pattern interruptions to kind of, boom, bring things to life. But you've got to be predictable and then bang, insightful is what we need to be as we go through there.
Sadly, you will. Europe's a little easier. I seem to understand a little better. So South America. I went to Argentina one time, and everyone just seemed to be sitting around. It was beautiful. But that's okay. You stay loose, stay liquid. You laugh a lot. But be ready. That's what Dupree's doing with his life.
Another thing, smile. Did you see the smile? You smile, the audience will go and do it. Honestly, the audience will match you, okay? If you bring in positivity and energy and those things, it's going to breathe itself. I don't know how it happens. I don't know why it happens. But I do know that when I'm in videos or you're in videos and you're down low and you're like this, people are going to model that. They're going to be following that. And they're going to, make judgments about you, reality, right? About the way you are. But if you are positive and you're genuine, you're not fake in your actions, and you're really, they can see the eyes go bright, they can see the smile, then it's infectious for some reason. You can do this. Follow what I do. I am not as big as, as I am in normal life here. This is just, I'm trying to get everything I can to you as a learner. And so I'm like, I'll do anything possibly to go it there. And hopefully it comes through. Same thing with you. Bring the passion through the presentation. And he's connecting with people as he goes through. So this is a pretty good speech.
Life's little pod, staying nimble until I get the call from the mothership. I resume the dot. Then I bite. Then you'll see Dupree coming in here throwing 7 different kinds of smoke.
He's not afraid to be a little goofy if that's his thing. That's his style. So whatever your style is, you can't be worried about people judging you or laughing. Like, you just be you. Now, read the room. If you're not a funny guy or girl, don't try to be funny, okay? If you are, lean into it. Now, it's not jokey joke parade. Got to play the room right, right? Pay the, you got to read the room, right? But don't be scared to do it. One thing, you stand out. You bring a little levity, if you will, a little giggles to the game, a little bit of perspective. As long as you're on point, you're making it about the audience, they're going to pick it up, they're going to respect it, and they're going to say, I like this person. They're unique. They're themselves. They're comfortable, and they care. And that's what they're going through. And he really used the body language well, and it just feels natural. I know he's an actor, but it feels pretty natural.
That's fine. The pods that were supposed to hear this did. It'll kick in when it needs to. I'm done here.
Ooh, I like that ending, right? Brought it down. Kind of let it breathe, like the mantra is, let it breathe in certain situations, create a little drama. People are going, oh, what's next? And then when he got to the end, what did he do? He walked out. You leave them at a point and then you're out, dude. When I finish presentations, thank you, that's it, see ya, boom, I'm out, bro. Leave them just like at that point when it's tightest. If you get some weird like, well, thanks a lot, it was great having you, da-da-da-da-da, it kind of just, I don't know. I just land the plane and walk out. And then they go, holy cow, what did we just see? This was awesome. So, a lot of stuff to just kind of reflect on and learn. Let's go back. Let's see a little bit of Owen Wilson working the room. What can we take from this? First, came in, nice, comfortable, and just kind of owned the room. Welcome, excited to have you here. And then boom, right into his stuff. But he wasn't a freight train of just blah, 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 blah. He did a lot of pausing. And he did eye contact throughout the room, making connections. He wasn't pacing in a way that people were worried about it or it feels weird. He matched it. There was times when he was in one spot. There were times when he was walking in and kind of saying, I'm connecting with you through his motions and drawing them back. He did a lot of pausing with purpose. And then boom, he used his body, he used his hands, but most times they were here, even just one. There was symmetry and fluidity to his motions. That's why it landed well. And then bang, he was himself. And at the end of the day, funny guy, funny movie. He could use those little quirky things, just bringing it home. And it's not like you're setting these things up to be like, oh, tricks. I'm going to do a joke here. I'm going to do a joke here. If you tell jokes, jokes will just come out, bro. That's just the way jokes work usually. And so you just, by simplifying everything, it just allowed more, you can just flow out easier and you just use what comes out of your brain and you'll know how to modulate it the more you use it, okay? And then at the end, what did we say we loved? He hit it, he finished, thank you, I'm out, bang, see ya, bang, that's it. So that's what we want you to do. Be yourself, think about Owen Wilson, you know, keep going, keep learning, keep doing it. The only way you can get better is if you get out there and do it. So go do it, see you later, another fun example.